The 7-Minute Report with Jamaal only on Clutch TV.
Heads up, eyes front. This is the 7-Minute Report with me, Jamaal only on Clutch TV. Whether sports, whether insight, or whether culture, each segment is only 7 minutes. Man, let's go. So, the finals hasn't even been over for a week, and free agency has already blown my mind off. My mind is blown. The Wizards Pelicans trade. Does it really track? I don't know. I feel like it's a lateral move at most. Jordan Poole is more of a scorer, but he's undisciplined. Shot jacker sometime. I don't know. Maybe they're reaching for more offense. I need to read some more on it, to be honest. And I'm okay admitting that. I'm not perfect. But when CJ McCollum first was acquired by the Pelicans, I was asking myself, what version of CJ McCollum are we going to see? Are we going to see the CJ McCollum who scored 37? Excuse me. Are we going to see the CJ McCollum who scored 37 points in 2019 to get the Blazers to the Western Conference Finals, to get past Denver in Game 7? Are we going to see that CJ, or are we going to see a regressed form of him? And I think CJ regressed in New Orleans. He didn't fit that team. He didn't fit that team at all. You already had B.I., I call him B.I., Brandon Ingram. You got Zion Williamson. B.I. is a ball handler himself. He averages 5 assists. You need CJ to be a scorer. But they put CJ at the point guard spot, and knowing CJ McCollum, he just wants to do right by the team. But he is a shot jacker. He's a shot creator. He's 21, 22, maybe 23 points, maybe 4 assists. So I never thought the Pelicans would have got the best out of CJ anyway. But this trade makes me wonder what exactly the plans are for Jordan Poole. I like CJ McCollum. I'm from Baltimore. I'm an hour away from D.C. When Russell Westbrook was here, I said I wanted to go watch the Wizards more. Maybe I'll go watch him with CJ McCollum because I would love to see him play up close. He played in Portland, which was across the United States. I couldn't really see him, maybe except visiting games. But it'll be nice to see CJ McCollum play. I feel bad for him because the Wizards, I love my Wizards, but they're not very good. They haven't been very good in a long time. They've been in the bottom of the league for at least 3 or 4 or 5 years. I don't see how this trade helps either side. I really don't. When I look at it, I'm like, okay, what's going on with Zion? There's a constant health issue, and I'm not blaming him for that. When your body breaks down the way his does, first off, coming out of college, I wondered about Zion Williams' health. Zion Williamson. I wondered. I was like, I didn't think he would be as good in the pros. I thought he'd be an athletic guy, and that was about it. He proved me wrong, and I'm okay with that because he's a nice guy. Hasn't made the best decisions, especially in dating. But the truth of the matter is, he's a good guy. So I'm not rooting against him or anything. I want him to succeed. But his constant health injuries puts everything just in air. You don't know. There's no consistency. There's no predictability. So you have that. I feel like Brandon Ingram has been stuck in a role of regression as well. He's a natural knockdown scorer. Before he was traded to the Pelicans from the Lakers for Anthony Davis, the second half of the season that year, All-Star, was the 18-19 season. That second half of that season, he was averaging 27 and 7. That's not the Brandon Ingram he's been with the Pelicans. He's been good. He's been even really good at times, but he has not been as dynamic as they need him to be to win. So I just look at this trade and I'm kind of I'm confused, And then, of course, there's Boston just blowing everything up. Just Drew Holiday getting traded. Now, to be honest, trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons is a good move. I like Anthony Simons. I don't know that he'll offer the defense that Drew Holiday can offer. But Portland, number one, Portland seems to draft guards really well. If you remember back in the day, they had Terry Porter. They had Clyde Drexler. They eventually got Scottie Pippen. They had Damon Stoudemire. They've had Bonzi Wells. They always get really good guard play. They had Brandon, what was his last name? Brandon Roy. Again, injury riddled. Can't blame him for that. He was the truth, though. Oh, Brandon Roy. Kobe loved Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy was the truth. Then eventually they drafted Dame, right? And then eventually they drafted CJ. And when LaMarcus Aldridge left, CJ immediately started averaging 20 points. And now they had Anthony Simons, of course, Shadon Sharp. So they draft guards really well. My only question is, do they develop them, and what are they really doing? As a small market team, it's hard to win because you're asking people, like, you have to think about these young guys, these urban guys, they're being drafted. They're coming to your city to live and not just play ball. And so I talked about this as to why I thought LeBron, one of his 2 missteps in his career, he should have played point guard and he should have gone to San Antonio. LeBron didn't go to San Antonio. Number one, Dwayne Wade was in Miami, and it's Miami, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful women around, it's beaches, it's Miami. It's a lifestyle choice. It was a swagger move. And I feel that way about Portland. It's not the place you come to, like, live or after the season. Man, so much goes down in Portland. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get free agents to come. Back to the Anthony Simon trade. Anthony Simon, he can score. He can give you 25. I like that. Getting rid of Porzingis was interesting. They traded him to the Hawks, and I don't know what they got back for him. Again, I got to look into some of these trades. But first, you have Tatum get hurt, and he's probably going to be out all year. And now you have 2 major trades. Celtics are toast, man. They're going to be a competitive team. They're going to be a good team, but they're toast. I think they'll make maybe the 8th or 9th seed. And I'm only saying that mainly because Tatum's hurt. Porzingis wasn't always the rim protector Boston truly needed, but he was a stretch 5, and he was probably one of the best in the league at that. So I wonder what Boston's rotation is going to look like. Anthony Simons, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Luke Cornett, maybe. Like, I don't know. Of course, Al Horford, another, longevity guy, but man, these free agency moves are crazy.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to watch more of the 7-Minute Report with Jamaal Bethia, only on Clutch TV.